My name is Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I'm going to respond to the question of what to do when my husband is flirting with another woman, because this isn't cool, and I'm going to start with that. What he's doing isn't cool. Now, one of the rules that we have at the Marriage Foundation, and we have a few rules, but they're all set up, all the rules that I've set up here are to help you have those promises of marriage, which is happiness and love. So if I'm giving you a rule, it's not a thou shalt not. The rule is never confront your husband. The truth is you should never confront anybody. And the reason why you don't confront anybody is very simple. It raises their shields and they will react to you as anyone in a survival situation will react. They'll either fight you or run from you. And those two, of course, are the top. Anything could happen in either instance. Running from you, for example, is lying to you. Fighting you is saying, I didn't do that. So confrontation is totally useless. In fact, what it does is it blocks your husband's heart, and it also blocks your heart, which is the opposite of what you want in your marriage. So if your husband is flirting with another woman, and this is happening in front of you, there is a message here. The message is, honey, you're not giving me what I want in our relationship. And so I am starting to test the waters and let you know that I am, so you can do something about it. That's precisely what is going on. Now, the contrast to that, for instance, is how I behave. If, for instance, my wife and I are going someplace, and for instance, it happened not too long ago, we were looking at some property, and the realtor was a woman. I went out of my way to make sure that there was not a hint of flirtation, not a hint of connectivity between myself and the other woman. Why? Because my wife satisfies me completely. And the last thing I want is for her to have any insecurity in our relationship. I want her to know 100% that I'm there with her, for her, because, and I should anyway, and if a man was writing and saying, hey, I'm flirting, blah, 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 I would tell him, no, you shouldn't do that. You should do everything you can to win your wife over. But I'm telling you the same thing. You should do everything you can to win your husband. We stop doing that after we get married. Not just women, but men. Not just men, but women. Because there's no understanding of marriage in our world. It's a next step, but nobody tells you what's there. No one explains marriage to you. You didn't even know this. There's two main reasons for getting married. Happiness, ever-increasing happiness, and love, ever-expanding love. Did you know that? It makes total sense. But you didn't know that, so you don't strive to achieve that. So because you don't strive to achieve that, you don't know how to strive to achieve that. And it's important. Why? Because marriage is amazing. If your marriage is not amazing, it's not running properly. Obviously, your marriage is not amazing, or your husband would not be flirting with other women. So, forget about his part. What he's doing is wrong. Agreed. But forget about that part, because you're not going to fix it by fixing him, even if you could and you can't. But you can fix it. It could become, and it's not just that. If he's flirting with other women, there's a lot more going on than that. You got to change the very dynamic of your marriage. You have the power to do so. Watch these videos, subscribe to the channel so you get an idea of what I'm talking about, because we're telling the truth here. Read my articles. Maybe get a book. Maybe get the course for women. That's up to you. But you need to learn how to achieve that which marriage is for. I'm Paul Friedman. Like this video, leave a comment, And by all means, God bless you. Take care.